Boekholt, and I'm talking about how to use a fire extinguisher in the workplace or domestic area. The purpose of this presentation is how to use a fire extinguisher properly in hazardous situation and identify also the difference in fire extinguishers. This is a fire triangle. It's vital to extinguish a fire. Without any knowledge, you don't know how to eradicate or extinguish a fire. Without one of those three, there would be no fire. If you have all three of them, oxygen, heat and fuel, the fire maintains. If you take one of them away, for example oxygen or the fuel, there wouldn't be a fire. Next slide. About fire extinguishers. We're going to talk about fire extinguishers. There are 4 classes, 4 categories, and I'm going to talk about those 4 categories. I will show them in the next slide. In this slide you see a table from fire extinguishers. I'm going to talk mainly about 4 of them, 4 most common: Class A, Class B, Class C and Class A. Class A is mainly for solids. Solids, for example, they are wood, plastics, paper, and you extinguish them with fire. So on Class A on the table you see, water, a wet chemical or foam or powder, but mainly it is only water. Class B and C I combine with each other because they are the same, because they are gas and oil and gas you cannot extinguish this with water, because the density of oil or gas is lighter than water, so you have to suffocate it with a foam, a layer of foam. So you extinguish this, gas and oil always with a foam based extinguisher. Class E is electrical. You don't extinguish this electrical with water or foam, you will electrocute yourself. That is a little bit hazard and it's not convenient. So you have a powder. It will suffocate the fire. But the power, the negative side of a powder, it will ruin the electrical parts. So you probably have to throw away your devices or your electrical components. Go to the next slide. There's another table. How a fire extinguisher works. On this picture you see the gas cylinder of the fire extinguisher, the canister where the gas is in for pressure, the handles, the lever and the nozzle and the safety pin. Before using the fire extinguisher, you have to look on the picture on the fire extinguisher. It will tell you it is an A, B, C or an E, or a combination of B, C, or a combination of E, B and C, or a combination as last one A, B and C and E. So if it is only an A fire extinguisher, you can use it only for solids. When it's in B and C, you can use it for oil and gas, and if it's only made for E, then you use it only for electrical fires. How to use the fire extinguisher? You put them on the ground, you pull the pin out after you check which fire extinguisher it is and which fire the purpose is. Then you pull the pin out, you aim for it. You don't aim for the fire, you aim for the fuel, and then you sweep it around. And to remind that, I got in the next slide. This is what I talked about, the instructions. have a good thing to remember. It calls a PASS, an acronym for how to use the fire extinguisher. Acronym in PASS stands for P stands for pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire. S stands for squeeze the lever slowly, and then C and the other S is for sweep side to side. I will show you on the next slide. How it goes. PASS, pull the pin, aim at the fire, squeeze the lever slowly, and then sweep it directly on the view on the bottom of the fire. Fire prevention at home. So when you gonna purchase an extinguisher, think about yourself which is necessary for your home. Do I have a lot of appliances, small appliances or electrical appliances where I can use it, or do I have a lot of solids or gas-based products in the house? And then you can determine which fire extinguisher you're gonna buy. In companies it's more like, you know, also a sprinkler system, but that goes off on heat. Before a fire starts, it's also important to install a smoke detector that prevents a lot and gives you also time to call 000 or evacuate the building or your house. Next slide. First aid is also important. When there's fire, there's also smoke. Smoke is hazardous for any individual in the building, also for yourself. Never go back into the building where is fire or smoke. Just evacuate the building as fast as possible. First aid will help you in the first place before the ambulance or the fire brigade comes. It can assist the people that has inhaled smoke or has some burns, and you can treat them before the emergency crew arrives. And this is the end of the presentations. If anyone has questions, you can fill it out or ask me after this presentation. I would appreciate that. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.